Day 99 of 100 days of blogging using artificial intelligence. Today, we are inside of Google Search Console. We have over 14,000 impressions. As we're moving out towards day 100, we have 112 pages indexed. Now, recently, we were looking at crawled, currently not indexed here. As we start to wrap up these 100 days, we were focused on this post right here, facts about planets for kids. I did make this spreadsheet over in Google Docs to track all the crawled, currently not indexed posts, and I was going to update each one. So far, I've only fixed this first one that was written by KoalaWriter, and I rewrote the blog post back on July 20th. So that was 2 days ago. And I made sure to record or keep a record of the old blog post by opening up a Google Doc and copying in the post. Amazing facts about planets for kids. Discover the wonders of our solar system. If you wanted to read this, if you wanted to be reminded of how just sort of generic and vanilla this post actually was, you could go ahead and read this here, because really this just laid out facts and it wasn't that engaging and it wasn't much different than anything else that we had created. So I decided that we would utilize ChatGPT 4 and take a little different angle. And of course, I gave you those prompts. But again, this didn't really hit fun facts until it got down to this last piece here. Are you ready for some fun facts about the planets? Then it just listed out these facts. And then it basically just ended the blog post right there with these list of fun facts after it asked a question and laid out a bunch of generic facts at the top. So we went back to ChatGPT and we were using this idea to create the blog post outline that we were going to redo it with a gamified or create a gamified version of a blog post using a Nickelodeon style tone. We created that blog post outline, and then I went through and I used the old school normal response manager recorded prompt or input that we've been using all the way up till now, day 99, as we head out into day 100. And you can see here, it gave me a title, an introduction, and then I went back up here and of course it used emojis. So I had to remind it not to use emojis. And it said, okay, I won't use emojis. And then I just continued writing section by section. And then section 6 is where it really got interesting. This is where we created a Space Explorer quiz based upon all the fun facts that we had listed or ChatGPT had given us and listed in our blog post. Then I had ChatGPT write a conclusion, and then I created a recommended reading list here at the end. And now here is what that blog post looks like compared to what it was before. Of course, that's why I kept a record of what it was, because I completely blew away the blog post. I didn't try to add to it. I just said, this isn't anything that provides real value for anyone looking up this keyword. So now we have for facts about planets for kids, Space Explorer Adventure, uncover amazing facts about planets for kids. And then you can see that I've created the post here, blast off to the planets. We list all the planets and fun facts about each planet as we're going on a journey. Then we are breaking it down into terrestrial planets, and we list each one of them and what's so special about them. Journey to the gas giants. It wraps up the rest of the planets. And then it talks about the dwarf planets and all their brothers and sisters that apply, or all their brothers and sisters that are flying out there in space with them. So it applies this idea or this concept of building a family of planets, and then it's going to walk through the spacecrafts and what NASA stands for and the idea behind NASA and the reason for NASA. And then we wrap up with this, what I think or what I'm hoping is going to be unique enough, or when Google recrawls this, they're going to take a look at this. And we know that we rewrote this on July 20th. So we can see if and when it gets recrawled, we can take a look and we can see if this is good enough to make it something unique and something different, with the conclusion as well as the recommended reading list. And of course, these recommended reading list books are my Amazon links. Of course, those are affiliate links. But the idea here is we created a completely new blog post to add to our blog here inside of GrooveBlog that we've been writing with Koala. And of course, KoalaWriter in that case wrote a very generic and non-interesting piece of content. So what do? We went to ChatGPT and we said, check this out. Let's read this blog post. Let's create a new outline with this brand new idea. give me an outline. Now let's write it. And then at the end, after it wrote it and I put in a conclusion, then I said, okay, now give me a list of recommended reading that someone that found this blog post or might find this blog post interesting would want to carry on or go find further resources. And of course, those are books over on Amazon with our affiliate links. And that's what we did up to now, or that's what we did in day 99. And that's what we'll continue to do as we go out or as we continue. But tomorrow we're going to wrap all this up and we're going to talk about everything that we've covered. Well, almost everything that we've covered in great detail. Or not that I'm not going to include anything that we didn't cover, but I'm going to try to summarize it up. But we've covered a lot. I've learned a lot over these 99 days. And I want to make sure that I give you something on day 100 that really shows what and why we've been working so hard to create all this content and learning how to interface with our AI assistant or our chat buddy using ChatGPT and all the tools that I've been using and looking at, to include all of the free tools. We'll take a look at those and we'll take a look and we'll deep dive into the one that I think is probably going to give you the most detail. Even though in reality, or the reality of the situation is that it all really just pulls in information from Google or by scraping your site and using what they think are the SEO best practices. Just sort of like we've done with our ChatGPT plugins that we use in ChatGPT 4. We've gotten a lot of great information every time we utilize a different tool, whether it's a paid tool or a free tool. And just the idea, or not even just the idea, just taking the idea and running with it and putting it into action and literally creating 100 blog posts or more than 100 blog posts and creating all the legal pages and putting it all together, getting it indexed and getting certain blog posts or keywords for those blog posts ranked. So we're actually getting clicks as well, is what this is all about. And really, 100 days has gone by super fast. Well, not 100 days yet. This is day 99, and I look forward to seeing you in day 100 tomorrow. So I'll talk to you then. Bye.